Did you know that the universe, in its grandeur, can hold the key to unlocking your prosperity and abundance? Perhaps you've spent your entire life hearing that wealth only comes to those who work tirelessly, or that it takes a lot of sacrifice to achieve financial success. But what if I told you there was a more fluid and natural way to attract everything you desire, without so much struggle, without so much pressure? And what's more, what if that key were in the hands of a larger entity, ready to support you on your journey? Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover may surprise you. The universe, in all its vastness, offers so much more than we can imagine. And it's not just about hard work or relentless perseverance. True prosperity comes when we align ourselves with the energy of the universe, and we connect with something greater than ourselves. It is when we understand that the flow of abundance is all around us, always available to those who open themselves to receive it. But how do we do this? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be success magnets, while others seem to constantly struggle to get what they want? The difference lies in how these people connect with the universal flow of prosperity. It's not just about getting money, but about being in tune with the natural laws that govern them, money and abundance. When you align with the universe, doors begin to open in unexpected ways. Now, what you need to understand is that this connection with the universe and the greater entity, it's not something mystical or unattainable. It's within everyone's reach. No matter where you are now or what you've experienced so far, everyone has the right to connect with this energy of prosperity that flows abundantly throughout the universe. The first step is to realize that you deserve this abundance, that the universe is ready to support you, and that your journey can be simpler and more prosperous than you imagine. But true transformation happens when you learn to leverage in that energy, like a real spiritual connection and financial. By doing this, you free up the internal barriers that block your path and begin to see abundance flowing naturally into your life. Everything begins to align, and money becomes just a consequence to live in harmony with the universe. Now I want you to think for a moment, what would happen in your life if you truly believed that prosperity was within your reach and that the universe is always willing to help you? What would be the next step you would take to align with this energy? Let's explore together how this is possible and how you can unlock your prosperity once and for all. As you begin to align with the universe, you'll notice opportunities begin to appear in unexpected ways. Everything begins to flow, and what once seemed distant is now within your reach. The truth is, the universe is always ready to support us, and we simply need to be willing to open our hearts and minds to it. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all this? Have you ever felt this connection with the universe? Or perhaps you have questions about how to begin aligning with abundance. If this topic resonated with you, share your experiences and feelings in the comments below. I'd love to hear what resonated most with you and how you're beginning to notice the flow of prosperity in your life. And if you are enjoying this type of content and want to continue on this journey of transformation and prosperity, don't forget to leave your like. Every like helps bring this message to more people who are seeking exactly that, to align themselves with the universe to attract the abundance they deserve. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos like this. Your subscription is what allows us to grow and reach more people with this kind of life-changing content. Stay with me, and let's continue exploring this universe of possibilities together. The universe, in its immensity, is an infinite source of energy. You may have heard this before, but today I want you to really feel the weight of these words. Every star in the sky, every atom that makes up everything around us, is charged with a vibrant, pulsating energy. And most incredibly of all, this energy is at our disposal. It's not just about what we see or touch, but about what we cannot see, what lies behind visible reality. The universe offers infinite abundance, and it is always offering opportunities for those who know how to connect with this energy and open themselves to it. Now you may wonder, how exactly can the universe attract wealth and abundance for my life? The answer is in interconnection of everything. The universe is like a vast energy network where everything is connected. When you change the way you connect with this energy, adjusting your internal vibration, you begin to align yourself with the flow of prosperity. This isn't just about positive thinking, but about understanding that the universe is always sending you signs and opportunities, but you need to be tuned to receive them. If you think the universe is there only to bring chaos or hardship, I want you to reconsider. What many people don't realize is that the universe never stops offering, never stops creating opportunities. Every experience you have, every challenge that presents itself, is an opportunity in disguise. The secret lies in how you view these situations. People who achieve great financial and personal success know that opportunities are always around them. They just learn to recognize the signs and use the energy of the universe to leverage. Have you ever stopped to think about how your personal energy can be a magnet for the things you want to attract? It's like the universe is a big outstretched hand, waiting for you to grab what's available. But often we're so busy or so focused on what's missing that we fail to notice what's already there, waiting for us. When you open your eyes and your heart, that's when the real magic happens. Imagine the universe as a large cosmic energy bank, where you can withdraw riches, opportunities, and abundance when you learn to align your vibration with it. This doesn't mean waiting for things to simply fall from the sky, but rather learning to recognize the potential of what's around you and, most importantly, aligning yourself with the energy that's already being offered. When you begin to see the world this way, you begin to understand that true prosperity does not come from do more, but of be more. Be someone who tune your energy with the best the universe has to offer. This can be done through meditation, yes, visualization, and even when doing the daily choices, with the certainty that you are in tune with what you desire. The universe is always in motion, always expanding, and when you align with this movement, abundance becomes a natural consequence. Now I want to go even deeper into this topic, because the real key to understanding how the universe can help attract wealth is to understand the universal laws that govern this energy. When you connect with these laws, your ability to manifest prosperity goes beyond imagination. Now, imagine that there is a force much greater than ourselves, always by our side, ready to help us access the infinite possibilities of prosperity and abundance. This larger entity, be it God, universal energy, or a higher power, is the primordial source of all the energy that circulates around us. What many don't understand is that by connecting with this divine strength, we can amplify our ability to attract wealth, health, love, and everything we need to live a full life. Have you ever noticed that often, the prosperity is not something we simply achieve through sheer effort, but seems to come as if it were a gift from the universe? This happens because, as we align ourselves with universal energy, we begin to vibrate at the same frequency as it abundance. And this larger entity, whatever your belief, is always present, facilitating this flow for us. It's important to understand that this energy isn't something distant or inaccessible. It's all around us, in every thought we have, in every action we take. When you connect with this energy, greater energy, you are no longer fighting alone. You become part of a universal flow of prosperity that has always been available to you. The key here is to realize that true prosperity depends not only on your physical labor, but also on your ability to align with these higher forces. When you allow this larger entity enter your life, you begin to notice subtle but powerful changes. The universe, your divine strength, starts working with you, not against you. This means opportunities start to appear in unexpected ways. Ideas flow more easily, doors open, and you begin to see how prosperity it is, in fact, your birthright, something the universe is always willing to deliver. To reinforce this idea, let's look at the words of Esther Hicks, a respected figure in the world of spirituality and law of attraction. You don't have to fight for anything. The universe has already provided everything you need, and the only thing you have to do is be in tune with the energy you want to attract. These words are a powerful reminder that abundance and prosperity do not depend on hard effort or struggle, but on our ability to tune in with the positive energy flow of the universe. When you begin to connect with this divine energy, the very flow of prosperity accelerates, and financial opportunities begin to present themselves naturally. The key is to understand that by doing this, you are not just looking for the money, but aligning with a much larger energy field that brings with it all forms of abundance. Prosperity then becomes a natural consequence of being in harmony with the universe and your superior force. It's as if the universe, or the larger entity, was always waiting for you to open to this flow. When you do this, not only will material wealth begins to flow, but also spiritual prosperity and emotional, creating complete harmony in your life. Now what you need to do is open yourself to this alignment, allowing the universal energy flow through you and lead your life to success, to personal and financial fulfillment. Now, I want to invite you to reflect on how you can begin to connect with this greater entity in a deeper and more conscious way. What small changes can you make today to open the channels of this divine abundance in your life? Comment below. I am ready to align my energy with the universe and share what you're beginning to realize about your journey to prosperity. When we talk about the flow of prosperity, many people imagine something like a river of abundance that is constantly moving, always ready to give us what we need, but often ignored or misunderstood. The flow of prosperity. It's not just about accumulating wealth or living a life of luxury. It goes much deeper and is connected to how we align ourselves with the energy of the universe. This flow is the force that brings all forms of abundance, whether financial, emotional, or spiritual, to those ready to receive it. What you need to understand is that the money and to prosperity are not just material goals to be achieved. They are part of a continuous flow of universal energy that is already available to all of us. This flow of prosperity is not something that is earned through physical or mental effort, but something that attracts when we are aligned with the frequency of the universe. Money, in itself, is a manifestation of this energy. When you connect with the universal flow of abundance, money becomes a natural consequence of that connection. The secret is in understanding how the flow of prosperity works. It is not a limited resource that runs out or needs to be fought over. On the contrary, the universe is full of abundance, and he is always offering opportunities to those who know how to align with his energy. The flow of prosperity is the very path to abundance, and it never stops moving. It is all around us all the time, waiting to be tapped. But to access it, you have to be in tune with its vibrations. When you realize that the universe has no lack of resources, that abundance is an infinite energy, begins to realize that the money, it's just a tangible manifestation of this energy. When you are in the flow of prosperity, money does not need to be forced. It just comes when you start to align with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. This is something that many don't understand, but it is one of the biggest universal truths. Prosperity is not something that is sought, but something that is attracted by aligning with the natural flow of the universe. The big question you need to ask yourself is, how can I align myself with this flow? The answer lies in your thought and in your mentality. The flow of prosperity feeds on abundance mindset, not scarcity. When you begin to see money not as a limited resource, but as a fluid energy that can be shaped and attracted, you begin to get into the flow. To be alignment is vital to opening the channels of prosperity that the universe has for you. The energy of money, like any other form of universal energy, is a force that can be controlled and directed, but only when you are willing to release the limitations that impose scarcity on your life. Now, I want you to reflect. How have you aligned yourself with this flow of prosperity? What thoughts or beliefs have been limiting the abundance that could be flowing to you? If you begin to perceive abundance as something that already exists and that you deserve, the universe begins to respond. All you need to do is allow yourself to access this flow, trust the process, and allow money and prosperity to come to you naturally. Comment below. I'm ready to align my energy with the flow of prosperity in the universe, and share how you've aligned yourself with this abundance. A law of attractions is one of the most powerful and simple principles in the universe. The central idea is that what you focus on, you attract. But for prosperity and abundance to flow freely in your life, you need to understand how to apply this law in a practical way, connecting your thoughts and emotions with the universal flow of energy. The secret is to align yourself with the universe and with the larger entity, that strength that we all feel, but can't always identify clearly. When you begin to understand that your emotions and thoughts are not only reflections of your inner state, but also powerful energy emitters, is when you begin to truly connect with what you desire. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, you focus on what you want to attract. This may seem simple, but often what prevents the law of attraction really works is the lack of internal alignment. It's not enough to simply think or talk about what you want. You need to feel this in your heart and body. When you feel that you already have what you desire, whether it be money, success, happiness, or love, you are emitting the frequency right for the universe to respond with the necessary opportunities and resources. For example, if you want financial prosperity, it's no use just focusing on money itself. The real key is feeling it, ready to welcome you, and trusting that the universe has ways of bringing it to you. Changing your mindset You change the energy frequency that is emitting and automatically starts to track what corresponds to that frequency. Here comes the connection with the greater entity. By establishing a genuine relationship with this higher power, you place yourself in a state of delivery and trust, allowing the right opportunities to appear in your life. Many people fail to apply the law of attraction because they don't fully trust the process. They become anxious, doubting that the universe is truly listening to their requests. But when you align with the universal energy and believe that everything you desire is already on its way, the universe begins to correspond in an abundant way to your vibration. Have you ever stopped to think about the times when everything seemed to be flowing in your life? When things started to happen effortlessly, almost as if the universe was by your side? These moments are not coincidences. They are the result of perfect alignment between your thoughts, your emotions, and universal energy. Now, imagine what your life would be like if you began to consistently live in this state of alignment. What could you attract? What opportunities could you manifest? This isn't about magic, but of a natural process that occurs when you finally understand the dynamics of law of attraction. By aligning your thoughts with the abundance of the universe, the doors begin to open and you begin to attract prosperity almost automatically. Now I want to go even deeper into this subject, because the real key is not just in apply the law of attraction, but in understand how our beliefs and emotions influence the flow of prosperity. What you believe about money and success may be blocking your path. Let's explore this further and understand how to unblock these barriers. Comment below. I am ready to attract my prosperity, and share what you've been doing to align with the energy of the universe. Now imagine for a moment the power that a change in mindset can have on your life. The abundance mindset is not just an abstract concept, but a real key to opening the channels of prosperity that the universe is constantly offering. Often what prevents prosperity flowing into our lives is not the lack of opportunities or effort, but the limiting beliefs that we carry in our unconscious. These beliefs shape our reality, creating invisible blocks that impede the flow of money, success, and abundance. An abundance mindset is the understanding that the universe has infinite resources and that there is no shortage. When you adopt this mindset, you begin to realize that prosperity isn't a competition, but something available to everyone. Unlike the scarcity mindset, where you feel like there's only one limited number of opportunities, the abundance mindset recognizes that opportunities are endless and that the only thing that prevents us from accessing them is the way we think and act. What many people don't realize is that by maintaining a closed or negative mindset, they are moving away opportunities without even realizing it. Changing your mindset is not just a positive thinking process, but a profound adjustment in the way you see the world. By beginning to believe that the universe is always offering you abundance and that there are no limits to what you can achieve, you start to attract opportunities that once seemed out of reach. This transformation happens when you challenges your limiting beliefs and begins to look at the world with a new perspective, a perspective that sees abundance instead of scarcity. But how can we do this in practice? How can we begin to shift our mindset and open up the channels of prosperity? The first thing to do is identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, what do I really believe about money and success? Often, the beliefs we inherit from our culture, our family, or our past experiences tell us that money is hard to come by, or that rich people are greedy. These beliefs create blockages that prevent us from accessing the opportunities the universe offers us. By challenging these beliefs and replacing them with a mindset of abundance, you start to change the energy flow around you. Another powerful practice is to start your day with positive affirmations, affirming to yourself that you are worthy of prosperity. Affirm that the universe is always working in your favor and that you are ready to receive everything it has to offer. This practice of gratitude and statements helps to program your mind for abundance, changing your beliefs and your energetic vibration. The visualization is also a powerful tool in this process. When you clearly visualize what you want as if you've already achieved your goals, you begin to align your energy with what you want to attract. Once you start adopting the abundance mindset, it is not uncommon for opportunities to begin to arise in unexpected ways. The flow of prosperity that you were blocking begins to flow freely because you are now in tune with universal laws of abundance. The money, the success, and prosperity become a natural consequence of their alignment with the universe. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic and explore how our emotions also play a crucial role in attracting prosperity. It's not just what we think, but how we feel in relation to money and abundance that really determine whether or not we can access this flow. Emotions are powerful, and how you deal with fear and insecurity can be the key to unlocking your true prosperity. Let's understand how we can use our emotions to our advantage to create the life of abundance we deserve. Comment below. I'm ready to change my mindset and attract prosperity. And share what limiting beliefs you've been working to overcome on your abundance journey. Have you ever imagined what your life would be like if, every day, you connected deeply with the flow of the universe? Simply starting your daily journey with practices that align your mind and spirit with abundance can transform your reality in surprising ways. The universe is already flowing around you, offering you the opportunities you need. But to access them, you need to tune into this energy and begin to vibrate in the frequency of prosperity. A meditation is one of the most powerful ways to connect with the universe. By sitting in silence, you disconnect from the external chaos and enter a space where you can truly listen to your intuition and feel the energy flowing around you. Meditation is not just a relaxation practice. It is the key to opening the path to abundance. When you meditate, you not only find inner peace, but you also begin to align yourself with the universal flow, allowing prosperity to enter your life more easily. In addition to meditation, the practice of gratitude is essential. Every day, by recognizing the small and large blessings in your life, you activate a vibrational frequency, which attracts even more prosperity. Instead of focusing on what's missing, start the day being grateful for everything you already have: your health, your relationships, your achievements, no matter how simple they may be. Gratitude creates an energy positive that allows more good things to flow your way. As statements also play a fundamental role in this process. When you confidently affirm that you are worthy of prosperity, that money flows to you in natural and unexpected ways, you are literally reprogramming your mind. Positive affirmations, they are not just words. They are a way of affirming your inner truth and aligning your being with the laws of the universe, removing the limiting beliefs that block your path. A visualization is another powerful tool that helps make the abstract real. By visualizing the future you want, whether it's full of financial prosperity, personal success, or spiritual realizations, you create a clear mental image of what you want to attract. When you clearly imagine what you want, you begin to vibrate at the same frequency as what you want to achieve, making the manifestation process much more fluid. These practices, when done consistently, have the power to transform the way you connect with the universe. It's not just about positive thinking, but about aligning your emotions, thoughts, and actions with the energy of universal flow. The more you dedicate yourself to these practices, the more prosperity easily will begin to flow into your life. The universe is already responding to your energy. You just need to open the channels so he can deliver what you want. The amazing thing is that anyone can start applying these practices immediately. You don't have to wait for a radical shift to see the effects of these subtle changes. With every small action, every moment of gratitude, every meditation, you begin to shift your vibrational frequency. Prosperity is at your door, waiting to be received, and all you need to do is start aligning your energy with what you desire. Think for a moment, what can you do today to begin connecting with the universe's flow of prosperity? What practices can you incorporate into your day to tune your energy with the abundance that is already available to you? Comment here, I am ready to connect with the energy of the universe and attract prosperity, and share how you are beginning to apply these practices to transform your financial and spiritual life. Have you ever stopped to think about how some people seem to attract prosperity almost magically, while others seem to struggle relentlessly to achieve their financial goals? The difference often lies in how they connect with the world, flow of the universe, and align your energy with the abundance around you. Let's give a practical example to illustrate how this universal connection can transform lives in radical and surprising ways. I learned about Maria, a woman who was struggling to balance her books and live a more comfortable financial life. She worked tirelessly in a job that didn't bring her happiness, but she felt like she was never getting anywhere. She had the mindset, scarcity. She always believed that money was hard to come by and that her luck would never be enough. Each month she felt the weight of debt, and her energy was completely blocked from the opportunities the universe was offering. Everything changed when she decided to take a step back and rethink her relationship with money and the universe. She began practicing daily meditation to calm down and connect with her intuition. She began to be grateful every day for the small victories and, most importantly, she adopted an abundance mindset. She came to believe that the universe was full of opportunities and that she was worthy to receive the prosperity that she deserved. Her transformation didn't happen overnight, but it was enough to change her outlook and, consequently, her reality. Over time, Maria felt more aligned with the flow of the universe, and opportunities began to arise. She opened herself to new possibilities, accepted new challenges, and began to see new paths for financial growth. Within months, she was promoted at work, increased her income, and, most importantly, began to feel at peace with her finances. What once seemed impossible was now a reality, and it all happened when she started to connect deeply with the universe and trust the process. This story is a clear example of how universal energy can transform someone's financial life. When Maria aligned with the universe and opened her mind and heart to abundance, she began to receive the opportunities that had been waiting for her all along. Money came not from constant, exhausting effort, but from a harmony among their thoughts, your emotions, and the flow of prosperity that the universe offers. It is important to understand that when connecting with the universal energy, you are not only attracting money, but also creating a success mindset that puts you on the right path to prosperity. True prosperity goes beyond the financial part. It is in harmony across all aspects of your life, including your health, relationships, and personal growth. Now I want to go even deeper into this subject because the real key to understanding how the universe can transform your financial reality is in continuous alignment with your own energy and with universal energy. How can you cultivate this daily and true connection with the universe to unlock the pathways to prosperity? Let's explore together how we can create an environment that allows abundance to flow freely into all aspects of our lives. Comment here, I am ready to attract the prosperity that the universe has for me, and share what inspired you most in this story of transformation. When we talk about prosperity, people often imagine it's just a matter of working harder, earning more money, and hoping everything falls into place. But what many don't realize is that the biggest obstacles to prosperity are not outside of us, but within our own mind and heart. Fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs can be like invisible walls that prevent us from accessing the flow of abundance that the universe has already prepared for us. These emotional and psychological barriers are often responsible for keeping us in a cycle of scarcity, where, no matter how hard we try, we feel like we can never achieve the financial and personal success we desire. The fear is one of the biggest blocks. When you are afraid to fail, lose money, or not being good enough, you begin to create a reality where abundance seems distant. Fear causes us to make decisions based on scarcity, rather than trusting in natural flow of the universe. It also creates a cycle of let's sabotage the car, where instead of moving forward, you hold yourself back, afraid to leave your comfort zone. The fear of lack also makes us act desperately, taking actions that, most of the time, push away prosperity, because we are so focused on scarcity that we fail to see the opportunities in front of us. Another significant blockage is the doubt. Doubt arises from a lack of confidence in oneself and in the universe. Often, people begin to wonder if they really deserve it, prosperity, or if they are just dreaming of something impossible. This negative state of mind creates energetic vibration of uncertainty and distrust, and it is precisely this vibration that repels opportunities and abundance. When you doubt your ability to attract prosperity, the universe responds with more uncertainty, leaving you stuck in a cycle of internal limitations. Finally, the limiting beliefs are one of the deepest causes of blocks to prosperity. They come from past experiences, traumas, or messages we receive throughout life, such as, money is hard to come by, rich people are greedy, or I'm not good enough to achieve success. These beliefs become limiting truths in our minds and shape the way we act in the world. When we believe that we are not worthy of prosperity or that abundance is beyond our reach, we end up blocking the flow of money and opportunities. These beliefs become invisible barriers that prevent us from growing. Now, the good news is that these blocks can be overcome. The first step is become aware of them and recognize that they are not absolute truths, but only learned thoughts and patterns that can be modified. One of the first steps to overcome fear is understanding that fear, most of the time, is a projection of our mind about something that has not yet happened. To deal with fear, it is necessary to act with courage, even when fear is present. When you act despite the fear, begins to prove to himself that he is no longer his hostage. To combat the doubt, you need to start working on your self-confidence. This can be done through positive affirmations, which help reprogram your mind to believe in your worth and your ability to attract what you desire. Affirm every day that you deserve prosperity, that the universe is always working in your favor, and that you are ready to receive everything it has to offer. Over time, these affirmations become the new truth, and doubt loses its strength. Regarding the limiting beliefs, a simple and powerful exercise is to do a deep reflection about the beliefs you hold. Ask yourself, are these beliefs really mine, or were they imposed on me by others? From there, you can begin to replace these limiting beliefs with more fulfilling ones, positive and empowering. For example, instead of thinking, money is hard to come by, start affirming, money flows easily to me because I am aligned with the universe. These statements and reflections help to release the limitations and open the way for the prosperity. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what block have you been facing on your journey to prosperity? What has been stopping you from achieving success and the abundance you desire? Comment below and share with us the challenges you've overcome or are trying to overcome so we can grow together in this transformation process. Comment below. I am ready to release my blocks and attract prosperity, and share what you are doing to overcome your internal limitations. Now that you understand how the universe with its infinite energy can be the key to unlocking all prosperity that you deserve, it's time to give it first step on this transformative journey. What you learned today is not just theory, but something you can start applying to your life from now on. Now, the practices of meditation, gratitude, statements, and views are gateways to the flow of abundance that is available to all of us. The universe is constantly sending us signs and opportunities, but for us to receive everything he has to offer, we need to tune our energy with its vibration of prosperity. Now more than ever, it's important that you start applying what you've learned. What are you waiting for to take this step and start aligning yourself with the universal energy that can transform your financial reality? Don't wait any longer. The universe is available, ready to help, but you need to make the decision to connect with this flow. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it starts with your choices, attitudes, and thoughts. It's very easy to get lost in doubt or think you're not ready to take that step. But remember, every small gesture of opening to the universe, every positive thought you direct towards your future makes all the difference in flow of prosperity. No matter where you are now or what challenges you've faced in the past, the important thing is that the future is always within your reach, and it can be much more prosperous than you imagine. Now I want to hear from you. What did you learn today about how universal energy can directly affect your prosperity? How are you connecting with this flow of abundance? What practices will you start applying in your daily life to align yourself with what the universe has to offer? How do you feel about the journey you're about to begin? Comment here. I am ready to thrive, and share with us the first steps you'll take to begin attracting the prosperity you deserve. Let's join us on this journey of transformation and abundance. If you've come this far, it's because something inside you is ready to change, to align with prosperity that the universe is already offering. This is a sign that you are on the right path, seeking knowledge and transformation for your financial and spiritual life. Now, if this content touched you deeply, let me know in the comments. This message was for me. I'd love to hear what resonated most with you and how you're feeling applying the practices we discussed. Don't forget to leave the like in this video, because it really helps spread this kind of content to more people who need to hear this message. And of course, if you're enjoying this transformational journey and want to keep following, subscribe to the channel. We have much more to offer: prosperity, abundance, and universal energy to share.